You're not gonna say hi to the people?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm gonna wash my face.
But they like you.
No, they don't.
Yeah, people, don't you like her?
No.
Hey, it's Rob from Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, and I
Nuh-uh.
got you to hear my wife's voice.
No.
Come look. She didn't want to say hi. You didn't
Hi,
hear.
everybody. You are terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody. So, once again, it's Rob from Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. It's about 8 p.m. California time, October 25th, 2023. Need to do a video. I got 3 things from eBay in the mail. I know what one of them is, so I'm going to show you some other stuff that goes along with that. Yeah, to be honest with you, I know most of you guys won't ever see this until further down the road, but I guess I could use a little distraction. Been telling the story about my mom and how she hasn't been feeling good and in the hospital. And so I actually got to talk to one of my brothers tonight, and he was pretty sad and saying she's looking really bad and not doing very good, and um, that she kind of wants to go, um, and she's kind of refusing medical help. And then my other brother, he had just left the hospital, and they were saying, he was saying that she's given up basically, and she was kind of wanting a chaplain for like last rites and all that, and it's super sad. And but I don't want her to suffer. She's been a great mom, and I hope if she gets better and it's just she just doesn't feel good, and she comes out of this like she did the last time, then that's wonderful, and then she can keep going. But she's just kind of at the point where she's hurting so much that she just wishes God would take her. And so that's tough. It's a tough time. You know, moving out here from New Mexico to California, I've kind of had to get my mind wrapped around the idea that someday this is going to happen. So, um, yeah, I'm just in that state where it's like I don't want it to happen by any means, but I don't want her to suffer either. And um, just every time the phone rings from somebody in my family, it's always like, oh, hope this isn't it. So, anyways, so other than that, she's just not feeling good, and I hope she gets better. Love her to death, and feel helpless being out here, not being able to do anything. And she doesn't want to really talk to anyone on the phone because she doesn't want anyone to know or see her hurting or weak or something like that. So I did get to talk to her the other day. We said our love yous and all that, but she kind of just got off the phone with me. And then I tried to call the hospital tonight and the emergency room, but couldn't get a hold of anybody. So I just wanted to check in on her. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm expecting the worst and hoping for the best. And I'm kind of helpless here. And, cards are unimportant in the sense of these kind of things, but it's my hobby. It's a distraction, and can help me kind of just be the distraction I need for right now, and try to take the worry, and set it aside for a little bit, or it's still there. Just need something to distract me. So yeah, I definitely want to do a video, and I'm sorry if I'm giving too much information, but thanks for being there and watching, and let's get to it. So we got 3 eBays. I do have a couple of Allen and Ginter blaster boxes, so depending on how fast I get through this video, I'll either open a box with this, or I'll do these and then do a second video. Maybe you could talk the wife into coming back for a second video, and then we could do like a blaster versus blaster war. Excuse me. And so there we go. So I got this one from Wisconsin, Wautusa, Wisconsin. All right, and the next one I got is from Warsaw, I believe that's Missouri. Okay, and then I got this little package. This one here is Hazlet, New Jersey. That's why everything takes a long time to get to me, because it seems like 80% of the stuff I order comes from the East Coast or thereabouts, or in the Northwest. Not Northwest, the Midwest, sorry. So let's do the little card first, and depending on what's in this is going to determine when I show you these other cards, but, you know, it's just going to be more me explaining what my goal is for Allen and Ginter, which I guess I could tell you a little bit why I'm trying to open this package. I'm going to get my trusty tweezers over here out. Work was pretty slow today. We went out, did our thing, went back, and boy, a lot of nothing going on for a long time, and then but we had a meeting, and we just had a contract renegotiation, and every time they do that and we get something like a raise or something like that, then they will always talk about, oh, we got to come up with cuts, because they want to find a way to pay for some of this stuff, so they're asking us, oh, what can you do without, or the whole group, like, oh, what's something in your process that we can cut or do with less of, and then you give them your ideas, and there's always, oh, well, we can't do that because of this, we can't do that because of this and that, and then it's like, well, we're giving you our suggestions, and then you start to feel like, like one of these 8 people on a life raft after, like, the Titanic goes down or something, and it's like, oh, well, what are you guys suggesting? Are you, like, having us draw straws, and whoever gets the short straw is the person who's going to be cannibalized and eaten? But kind of went out straight up and asked. I was like, hey, you're not talking about cutting people, are you? No, but we've got to give them some kind of answer. Well, it's like, well, we gave you our best ideas, and they kind of shoot them down. So of course that's always a little stressful. But my wife, she got through her 2 days of all these people for coming in from out of town, and her health fair and all this stuff. So apparently things went well. She did a good job, and so that's good to know. And there she is. You already washed your face?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking that long. Holy smoke, 8 minutes. All right. So this first one, let's see what we got here, people. I'll just pull it for you guys to see. Whoop. All right, that's cool. So there you go. Nothing in that little poor man's puppet. Alright, this is the one that's from New Jersey. Hazlet, New Jersey. Alright, so this goes, oh, I told you I was going to tell you what my whole story is, and I got sidetracked. Alright, so this is a Thuderlips Allen and Ginter 10th anniversary. And you're like, well, wait a minute, that looks like Hulk Hogan. Yes, that is Hulk Hogan playing Thuderlips from Rocky 3. And so this is from 2015, Allen and Ginter. So you see the Rocky logo there. So one of the special things that they did was characters from the Rocky movies in I believe it's Rocky 3, I'm pretty sure. But as you can see, that no, this is not a black border. This is actually the first set of Allen and Ginter X, I believe. I think the first time they did Allen and Ginter X was in the 10th anniversary year. So Allen and Ginter X supposedly came out about 5 days ago, and I didn't even know about it till yesterday or the day before. It's all sold out on Tops. I ordered me my Andre Dawson mini, but I'd love to get my hands on some Allen and Ginter X because one, it's the cheapest of the Allen and Ginter main stuff that you can get, and yet it's the only one that you're guaranteed an autograph. But anyhow, drink. So I might be getting a little ahead of myself here because I was wanting to show you the other card before I got into my whole spiel. But nevertheless, Allen and Ginter X is, you know, the online exclusive that you order through Tops. And they're all the, you know, based on the regular set, but they're all black. They use black cardstock instead of white. And then it's just the basic, you know, set. Like normally, Allen and Ginter's goes up to 350, with the last 50 cards being the short set, short prints. And then from 351 up to 400 normally is the rip card exclusives, which they don't do those in Allen and Ginter X because they don't have rip cards for that. So in Allen and Ginter X, you can get the let's just say it's a 350 card set normally. Every now and then it might be a little different, but you can get the full size cards in Allen and Ginter X. Same deal. The first 300 are regular, and then the last 50 are short prints. And then the same thing with the minis. So you can get all the minis in the mini version of these. And but then they wouldn't have the last 50 cards because those are exclusive to rip cards. So to keep them exclusive, you can't get the last 50. So 351 to 400 in Allen and Ginter X, but they like pretty much just do that. You can either get the base set, full size, the base set up to 350 in minis. Then they have mini red, which is numbered to 5, and then mini silvers, which are 101s, which I have pulled. Pedro Martinez 101 from Allen and Ginter X. And then they also have mini framed autographs. That's really all they do is the mini frame autograph. So like the same people who are on the regular set autographs will have mini frame ones. Then they have a few different variations of those where they have a different border or like a different frame, I should say. Some are not numbered, and the other ones would be numbered like out of 50 or out of 10, and then, you know, and then they would have so like a black frame and a silver frame or different colored frame, some of them numbered. And they also would use different colored inks based on the variation that you got. So some would be like base with silver ink, then like the numbered to like, let's say 100 silver ink, but it would have a different frame. And then you would have like the gold ink, and then like the 101. But they don't give you all the weirdo stuff. It's just the base set, so you're not getting any of the inserts or, you know, like so the Rocky cards weren't an insert. It was just part of the main set. So you wouldn't get anything like the Inside the Park or Talented or any of that stuff, you know. So it's just basically the players and whatever celebrities they have in there. So anyways, in 2015 was their, even though it was 2016 really should have been their 10th anniversary, but 2015 was the 10th set of Allen and Ginter, so they call it their 10th anniversary. So they did a bunch of buybacks that they would stamp, and you would get those in the regular set of Allen and Ginter's. Some of them framed, like if it was a mini buyback, they would stamp it with the 10th anniversary and put it in a frame as kind of a, not, it didn't count as one of your hits, but it was like a bonus card if you got one. Or you can get the full-size 10th anniversaries, which were buybacks as well, and they would stamp those and just put those in packs. So any of the first 10 years of cards, even as you can see here, this is a 2015 Allen and Ginter card with the 10th anniversary. So even though this isn't a buyback, they did stamp some of the 2015s that way, but they may have done it for all the Allen and Ginter X ones. I'm not sure because I didn't get them back then. So then they would come out with Chrome, and then those would have like a few different of the insert sets in the minis. And then those had all the numbered cards like magenta, blue, green, gold, orange, red, all that kind of stuff. And then like one autograph per case. So these are one autograph per box. So nevertheless, if you've seen my other videos, one of the things I talk about is I try to do something different than Allen and Ginter's does. All these different kind of cards they've done. So like 10th anniversary, but I've never had an Allen and Ginter X version. But then I also do some of the wrestling cards that were exclusive to like WWE Heritage. They had Allen and Ginter insert set in those, so they weren't part of the main set. So there are other Allen and Ginter cards to get that aren't part of Allen and Ginter. Sort of like this Clearly Authentic, which had 2006 design rookie card autographs on those see-through cards. And so that's something a little different that you couldn't get in regular Allen and Ginter, and so that's kind of the different things I'm looking for. Like those wrestling cards that I was talking about, well, they also do have some wrestlers in the main Allen and Ginter set, and so I've tried to pick up a couple of those. I already had the Shawn Michaels, who was like in the 2011 or 2014 set, and he was actually a WWE wrestler who was in Allen and Ginter, not one of the ones that you can only get from outside. So I have like a page of those, and then I picked up the Shawn Michaels from the regular set, and I was like, oh, I'll get Hulk Hogan because this is a regular set version of Hulk Hogan playing Thuderlips, and it's an Allen and Ginter X version, which I never had like a wrestler in the X. So that's a check. It's a 10th anniversary check. X, my first Allen and Ginter X of a wrestler. So it's just going to go with my other wrestling cards, but it's different and yet it's base. And so let's take a look at the back of this. Uh-oh, where's that thing that you just brought home? I can't read. My glasses are all foggy. Fingerprinted up. It's really probably just the grease in my hair when I put these up on my head. I'm a greaser, man. He's so greasy he slides when he walks.
Yeah.
What's that from, folks? My wife knows. Alright, Thuderlips. So World Champions Wrestler 225 to 225. Thuderlips. It was supposed to be a charity match, a champion boxer Rocky Balboa versus a champion wrestler Thuderlips in a unsanctioned showdown. Thanks to Thuderlips, though, the stunt took a far more serious turn. The towering 302-pound who called himself the Ultimate Male, played by pro wrestler Hulk Hogan, went on a rampage of elbows and slams before Rocky rallied for a draw. So that's cool. Yeah, I got this for a pretty good deal. It's another set or another card from Allen and Ginter X that I didn't have before. There's a code if you're interested. And so yeah, I didn't have any Allen and Ginter X from the first set. So my first one, of course, should be a mini. I don't believe I have any Allen and Ginter X from them, and I definitely didn't have a 10th anniversary one, so there's another check off my list. So now when I get to these other cards, I won't have to retell that story, but you can keep it in mind. Alright, so let's do this next one. This is the one from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Yep, I'm going to need my trusty, I think I'm going to need me, uh-oh, there it is. Tweezers aren't going to cut it on this one, folks. So, you know what's going to have to cut it. I didn't prepare them this time, so let's do this carefully. Going to have to get the old X-Acto knife out. Try not to kill myself. Easy. Easy. Depth perception with reading glasses is not a great thing. Alright, folks. I'm going to open this off the screen because it's going to, like, really get in your face. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, I haven't looked. See, this big Muppet's about to eat this other one. It's like another fish eating another fish. And he's like, no, no. Into the recycling bin you go. Alright. Alright, got a receipt here. Don't want to look at it. Don't want to ruin the surprise. A little bubble wrap, a little painter's tape. Good job. Some scrap cardboard. Oh, I got a present from my wife too. There you go, babe. Who doesn't like, oh, look at this guy, even folded them over. Make them easy to, like, tab them off. That's good. Good job, dude. See? You think, can you improve on sliced bread? You think, nah, probably not. Can you improve on taping something? Apparently you can. Look at that. Alright, so this might be the other one that's kind of another different kind of Allen and Ginter card that I wanted. So I have this other stuff here to show you if this is what it is. Nope. Oh my god. So folks, this isn't related to this card, which the other one will be. This is not one of the different kind of Allen and Ginter's cards that I wanted to get, but this is something that I yet have gotten from Allen and Ginter. Of course, I've never pulled one myself and never ordered one or anything, but this was such a good deal, I just couldn't pass it. This guy was like selling this card for half as much as other people were selling it. And even though it's not in the particular year that I would prefer, but it's my guy, Andre Dawson. I just pulled my first Allen and Ginter backed Andre Dawson short print myself last week. For the first 10 years, I was never able to pull short print, and I definitely wasn't able to pull one of these, but somebody else did, and their fortune and is my benefit. So what did I get? Allen and Ginter mini framed, boom, autograph, Andre Dawson. So there you go, folks. That's my first Andre Dawson, my PC, my favorite player. Now you think, oh, why wasn't that your white whale? Well, Danica Patrick was my white whale, but Andre Dawson's my PC. So I collect anything Andre Dawson, especially, you know, like cards. For the most part, you know, I got like starting lineup figure, and my wife, when we first started seeing each other, got me a Andre Dawson signed baseball for Christmas, right? Or was it my birthday?
I thought it was your birthday, but I don't remember.
But there you go. And I love mini cards, and so there it is, people. My very first Allen and Ginter autographed Andre Dawson card. That, well, I do have the Archive Signature Series Andre Dawson buyback card. So they bought the card back, had him sign it, and then put it in the Archive Signature Series. But that's not how that card started off. That's a buyback. I'm talking about a card that was actually meant to be autographed by Andre Dawson, and somebody's hit in one of their boxes. Or I guess could come out of a blaster too. But anyways, this is 2022, which got a ton of that. So obviously he's in the Montreal, which is fine. I mean, I'd prefer to have a Cubs one, but for the deal I got on this, and it's a certified autograph issue from Topps. It's Allen and Ginter. It's a mini. That's what I collect. I collect Andre Dawson. I love the mini frame autographs. And boom, there it is, folks. The mini framed autograph Andre Dawson. Hall of Famer 2010. And there you go. So MA-AD, so mini autographed Andre Dawson. Montreal Expos, Andre Dawson. Topps Allen and Ginter 2022 sports autograph card bearing the signature of Andre Dawson, Montreal Expos. And then, of course, your standard stuff. The signing of all Topps autograph cards is witnessed by a Topps representative to guarantee authenticity. I don't know if you guys can make out this code if you're interested in the code. There you go. Not coming in super clear, but looks to me like that's like 3915. Alright. So that's huge for me. Not only do I get an Andre Dawson autograph, but I get an Allen and Ginter, and it's a mini. So that's a good day for me. I love that. That's sweet. Alright, so can you believe I'm going to move on right now? So then this one has to be one of these other different kind of Allen and Ginter cards that I'm trying to collect, like the wrestling ones I described, like that clearly authentic one that I described. Bear with me while I get my tweezers out. Hard to talk and walk at the same time. You guys just missed it. We just zapped a bug. It's been the first one in a long time, so they haven't been around as much lately, so I think it's finally working. And little houseplant gnats.
Plus, I'm not watering the plants as often.
Right.
But the plants are dying.
Yep.
But I don't know if that's because the sun is like directly, it says direct light, not good.
Right. It's hard because some plants want all that light. We got some of these plants that just love it, but then the other plants are like,
they want bright light but not direct light.
And then they want water, but they don't want too much water. But the other one wants water, and you're not giving it, Alright, this one's Warsaw, Missouri. Alright. So, like I said, I'm trying to collect different kind of Allen and Ginter cards that aren't just your standard base cards, or, of course, everyone wants a hit, like the mini framed autograph. But I got that wrestling card there. That's a little different. It's, even though it's part of the main set, it's checklist, I should say. It is different because it's a 10th anniversary stamped. And it's an X from the first set of Allen and Ginter X. And then there's that Casey Mize mini frame. Not mini. Clearly authentic 2006 design, which is my favorite. So that's something different. Just like that most recent hit that I got, that I ordered, was this Music to Your Ears relic card, which is a super thick stamped number 57 out of 200, which usually don't get stamps in Allen and Ginter unless it is something like this. So that's that instrument, the Bondaran. framed relic. So that's an odd Allen and Ginter card. It is part of the main set in the sense that it came in regular Allen and Ginter. It's not part of the base set, but it is one of the hits that you can get in regular Allen and Ginter. But it's a super short print, thousands of packs, or like 1,700 packs to get one of these, or something like that, or 1 in 68 boxes. So that's one of those rare insert relics or hits that's different, like a DNA relic or something like that. I told you guys about the poop card they had yesterday on those videos. So if you want to hear about that, you can go back and watch that. So that's a little something different. And then one of the other little different things that I wanted to do was when 2006 Allen and Ginter was coming out, and they were trying to sell it to people. They sent these the original rip card out to like hobby shops or whatever to give to people or have people open at the store, or to have their own, to promote Allen and Ginter. They sent out these original rip cards with Alex Rodriguez. So here's the first one I got. This one was ripped, but the mini was never taken out of it. So then I ordered one that was unripped, and so it's in regular condition. Now they were all the same. So these promotional rip cards that they sent out, which you can see is numbered PP1, and then the mini inside is PP2. I don't know how many were made, but they were sent out. People would rip them, see what you could get from Allen and Ginter, which was other rip cards that had different minis in them, which are the super short prints. So we got this, and then I was going to take the card out to display. So it was all Alex Rodriguez with the Mickey Mantle mini inside, which is PP2. But my wife here, Pamela, told me to not, just don't take that card out of that. Just buy the mini, and then I could have like a little display of how it started, when it's been ripped, because that's missing the tab, and then the card that goes with it. And this was just something you could only get as a promotion. So you couldn't get this in the Allen and Ginter set. So these are all exclusive, something that you couldn't just buy at the time. And so those were like checks off my list of something different than Allen and Ginter did that other people might not know about. Which leads me to this hit that we got today. Now, unless I'm wrong, which I don't think I am, I'll have to show you one of the cards in this binder that I have over here to kind of show you the other thing similar to this that I got that is a different kind of Allen and Ginter. Alright, they packed it with 2 pieces of cardboard and this styrofoam. So it's definitely not one of the big cards like fat cards that I ordered, but I'm fairly sure I know what this is, and I'm getting there. Don't worry, I'm getting there, folks. I just got to cut this open without killing myself, because they used regular tape and not masking tape. Alright, so this is going to be another framed card. I don't know who framed it, but oh no, this isn't the card that I was thinking it was, but this is a cool oddball. So I thought this was going to be something different, and so I guess I don't have to show you the card in the binder because it's not related to that in the sense that I was planning. But this is kind of related in the sense that I like these kind of weird things that Allen and Ginter does, in the sense that that's cool. That's a weird thing to do, a music instrument relic. And that thing will probably never have another card in its life. Not that it's alive, but you know what I mean. So that's just some oddball thing that Allen and Ginter does, and I was like, that's cool. I want one of those, because in 10 years from now, I might be like, oh, I wish I'd had one of those. Not super valuable, but it's super cool, super different. And that's like the wrestling. Having wrestling cards in this set is kind of interesting, but it makes sense when the original Allen and Ginter's cards weren't baseball cards. They had baseball cards in it, and some of the cards that they also had in it was wrestlers. So in 1887, while they're still doing wrestlers basically to this day, um, so that's neat. But one of the other cool things that they do is some of these celebrity or other sport athletes, and this one's sort of baseball related, but not quite. But I thought it was super cool and it's super goofy, and it kind of went in with my goof cards that I have, like the Minty Beans or the some of the comedians that they've had, or they do weird stuff like the Invisible Man card where it's got like a hat floating in the air and it's like autograph, but there's no autograph, and that's the gag, that it's invisible. So this year, one of the weirdo things that they did, like last year, they had curler cards. The curling where they slide the big rock on the ice. Well, this year, I thought it was super funny. They have professional, not just people who play, but professional wiffle ball players. And so when I saw this autograph, I was like, for as cheap as they're charging, it's just something super stupid that I wanted to get. So I got me a mini framed autograph of, and that's funny because it's McGuffin. And I've talked about the whole McGuffin thing about like movies like Star Wars where you're chasing around something, and that's a MacGuffin, like where you're trying, like in Indiana Jones, you got to go and get this thing, or any of those kind of movies, like what is it, um, the Da Vinci Code. You got to go find this thing, and then you got to find a way of opening it to get the thing out of that, so it can get the map to where you're going, so that you can find the thing you're ultimately looking for, like in Indiana Jones or some more recent Star Wars movies. So that's what a MacGuffin is. So this guy's name's MacGuffin. It's a mini framed autographed MacGuffin card, which I thought that was kind of funny. But the real gag for me is it's professional wiffle ball players. And here there's a couple of them in this set. And here's dude's got an autograph. So it's just funny. Um, and it's sort of baseball related. And so I think that's awesome. Let's ask our assistant here, if not you. Alexa, who's Tyson McGuffin?
Tyson McGuffin, who is only 31 years old, is one of the best pickleball players in history. He is well known for his ability to play a variety of games and his expertise in the sport.
So sorry, folks. I made a mistake. Um, he's a professional pickleball player, not the wiffle ball guy. Nevertheless, it's the same concept. So no, it's not related to baseball in that sense, but pickleball. It's just kind of funny that that's kind of like it's just, it seems to me like this new sport that's kind of come out. It's like, I know it's competitive and all that kind of stuff, but it's like professional ping pong, or it's kind of thing that you think you would see people playing on the beach or something like that. So there, correct myself. It's a professional pickleball player, but still the same concept. So maybe I do have the wiffle ball player coming. Guess I should have looked at the back first, right? But um, so this is just one of those weirdo things that they do, whether they'll pick some kind of obscure sport or some sport that's not like really big, let's say, in the sense of it's not going to be like on Monday Night Football. But it's still super funny to me. It's a professional pickleball player, Tyson McGuffin. It says star autograph card. And nothing against this guy or the sport. You know, I know it's probably tough and it's probably, you know, to me it's like professional kickball or something like that. I know it's not that goofy, but it's one of those things. It's like disc golf, and I know there's people that collect that stuff, and I'm not trying to degrade it or anything. I just think it's funny. That dudes, you know, they end up in such a big set. And I know Allen and Ginter's isn't a baseball card set. It's the World Champions, but it's just kind of some of these obscure things that they do. So that's kind of a check off the list, because I don't know that I had any autographed kind of oddball sports players, and I do believe I might have the wiffle ball player coming too. So I think that's super cool. Like, when's this guy ever going to have a card again? Especially in one of these huge big sets from Topps. You know, maybe he'll end up in Allen and Goodwin Champions in a few years. But could have used a better, you know, could have used a pen with maybe more ink in it. But so once again, Tyler McGuffin, nothing against you or your sport. I'm sure it's hard and it's taken serious, and it's not as goofy as, say, the wiffle ball that I'm talking about. But it is kind of an odd sport, you know, like getting the lacrosse. I know lacrosse is a tough game and taken very seriously. And they had lacrosse players last year, you know, so, you know, he'll get like, this would be like on the level of getting like a skateboarder or like Tony Hawk or something like that. It's super cool. I dig it. That's 2023 McGuffin. Got a 2022 Andre Dawson autograph. That's awesome. And then I got the Hulk Hogan 10th anniversary. And so I didn't let the cat out of the bag about what card I thought was coming in completely. You guys can have an idea of kind of what it might be, but without knowing. Alright, I'm just going to set this stuff aside here for a second as I get out the binder here just really quick. Maybe my wife can hold this for me if she wouldn't mind. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
That's a cool looking card. But, dude, I mean, can't go wrong with the hawk. Another bird card. I have to do it. I'm having fun with my birds. People give me the bird. Alright, and so really quick. So there's my Andre Dawson's. There's my Andre Dawson stained glass. Keep your eyes peeled. There's my red border, which you can't see. That's a different kind of Allen and Ginter card. Needed to check off the list. Alright, so here's my 2022 Andre Dawson's. Which this one goes with, but as you can see, so these are the chromes that I have, the different colors of. There's the base Andre Dawson from the regular set, and there's the Allen and Ginter X. But as you can see in 2022, so look at this design, and here it is here. But it was a different image, so it's an image variation. So if I was trying to run the rainbow for the which I'm actually pretty far along for 2022, which I wasn't even trying to do, but now I'm pretty close. It's the minis that have been few and far between to find. But if you were trying to run the rainbow, I would say you wouldn't need this because it's a different image, but it's cool to have. And so yeah, it's a different image that they had on the autograph cards. Alright, and what I really wanted to show you guys, flipping through these hot cards, There's the glow in the dark. Alright, I'm going to skip forward. Congratulations to Arizona Diamondbacks for taking out Phillies. Sorry, Philly fans, but your Diamondbacks here are going to the World Series to face off against Texas, so you can't go wrong. Either of them win, I'm happy. One of them is going to have to win. I'm leaning slightly more towards Texas because they've never won one. But I'm not an American League fan either, so if Arizona wins, I'm fine with that. Be a little jealous that they won more than the Cubs have in that stretch, but hey, that's fine. Alright, here's some of my goofier cards, like the New Jersey versus everybody, so that's why I say, I kind of like some of the goofy stuff they do. Keep your eyes peeled here. There's John DiMaggio, the guy who does the voice for Bender on Futurama. Check out the new season on Hulu. It's super funny. It's been good, the episodes I've watched so far. A couple years ago, they did H. John Benjamin, who does Bob from Bob's Burgers voice, and Archer. So here's your two pickleball players. I was thinking I got this guy on that other card, but I was wrong. But there are autographs for these two dudes, and they're with the wiffle ball players. All right, skip forward. There's some short prints. There's some black borders. I'm just kind of putting them all in the binder right now. I probably won't keep them there. But for right now, I'm just kind of taking my short prints and putting them in the binder because why not? Bunch of gold borders. Oh yeah, I guess I could show you guys this. So here is, now I guess since they are sideways cards, landscape, I should probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that way, but right now I have it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But for display reasons, I should probably do it the other way. But there's my completed talented set. So there's your first one, second, third, so on and so forth. So Bald Eagle just came in the other day, so he made his way into his place. These owls. Golden Eagle down here. And then we got these guys here. And then these, and then there's the other pickup. We got the Sarema, which I kept not knowing how to say. So that's the first 18 cards, and then there's 2 more up here. There's your two final 2 cards. So completed the talented set, which is goofy and serious card at the same time. So another one of those different Allen and Ginters they do. There's a couple of my recent pickups in a local card shop, Jackson and LaMotta. There's that super cool, there's the Minty Beans goofball card. There's that awesome Ermsey foil card. And there's a couple exclusives, numbered cards. Alright. These 6 right here. This one and these 5 are the exclusives that you can only get on the Allen and Ginter binder from 2014. You only got 3 in each binder you bought. And then you'd have to either get more binders to find the other 3. I think they were always in the same 3. So it was like this one, and this one, and the first one, and then the other binder would have been these 3 cards. So it was not mixed. So if you could just buy a couple binders and hopefully pick up all 6 cards. But here you go. So, I guess I should go back one step. So there's the Shawn Michaels mini. So he was the first wrestler card that I had from the main Allen and Ginter set in the mini that I know about. I might have one somewhere that I just haven't seen in years. But there's another, that's a main set. WWE wrestler that you could pull out of regular Allen and Ginters, and now the Hulk Hogan can go with that as one of the main set ones, but it's X. And then here's the exclusives to the WWE Heritage, these minis. So they have 2007, 2008, 2012s. So these are all like 2012s. And then this is 2008, and then these other ones are from 2007. And those are not part of the regular set. Then you have the 2008 tin box top bonus card or whatever, and those were Allen and Ginter's. But it says Allen and Ginter on the back. You can see it's got the old A and G back. Then these are first chrome cards of Allen and Ginter's that I know about. That wasn't like an E-Tops or something like that. So those are 2008. So these are 7s. Well, these might be 8s as well, but these are 2008 chrome full-size cards from WWE Heritage. And then this is the most recent one, which is the 2021 30 card insert set on WWE Heritage, Allen and Ginter 2021 cards. So look just like 2021, but you can only get it through WWE Heritage. So there's your 30 card set right there. Got the Macho Man. And so there you go. There's those guys. And so there you go. Alright, so that went on a little while. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. And thanks for checking it out. Now we'll come back and see about the box war. And then I'll do a brief recap. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. I'm signing off. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright.